If you are looking to be within 15 minutes of Frisco, Texas in a master plan community that has luxury homes under $600,000, then you're watching the right video today. Today we are in Sandbrock Ranch located in Aubrey, Texas, and I am blown away at how high-end this neighborhood feels. This whole entire neighborhood just has an elegant feeling, and honestly, I'm pretty shocked by what you get for your money here. Today we're gonna jump into 3 different homes built by David Weekley. We're gonna start with the Pemshore plan, which is just under 2,500 square foot. Then we're gonna head to the Braze plan, which is right around 2,800 square foot. We're gonna end up with the Walmsley plan, which we're in right now, which is just around 3,200 square foot. And in between, we're gonna talk about where this community is located and all the amenities you get when you buy a home here. So let's get to this first house now. All right, so this is the Pemshore plan by David Weekley. It's about 2,400 square foot, 4 beds, 3 baths, and beautifully done. Let's go check this home out. So the best part of this house is absolutely this main living area. This kitchen is massive. It's kind of sneaky big. Like, they put it off in the corner here, and because of the island, the way that they positioned it, angled, it feels so spacious in here. So something else I want to point out here is the cabinetry actually runs all the way to the ceiling. And now I think that just looks really good. I think if you're gonna do it right, having that cabinetry that runs all the way to the ceiling just looks really clean. And then they also added in lighting up there as well, which I think is such a great look. They also put the under cabinet lighting right there as well. So they didn't skimp on this kitchen. They did a really nice job. So you have a beautiful spot for a nice kitchen table, and then a massive living area right here, already pre-wired to mount your TV right there. I mean, guys, just look how open this whole area is. This is a pretty crazy amount of square footage in here, and with the ceiling height in here, it just makes it feel so open. The nice light coming in from all these huge windows. This does not feel like a 2,400 square foot home. Really small patio. That could obviously be extended, and a little bit of a smaller lot compared to some of the others, but very private. It's kind of a hill up here, so you just don't have anybody peeking into your backyard, so that's always a win. This is a massive primary bedroom. It is huge and very, very tall ceilings. Love the windows here as well. Primary bath, really well done. Got a gray tile on the floor and gray tile in the shower, in the bathtub area, and the white cabinetry there. It's a really good look. Here's a nice, could be an office, could be a toy room, game room, if you wanted to put a pool table in there. It's a nice flex space. Off to the right here, you have garage here, laundry room here, and then a bedroom tucked back right here. You've got another bedroom right here, full bath, and bedroom number 4. All right, so let's talk about price on this beautiful home. So right now, this home is listed at $524,000, and there's some wiggle room in that price too. So, you know, it could be close to that $500,000 mark when it's all said and done. Beautiful home for that price point, and in a great neighborhood at that. All right, we're gonna get to that second home, but first we need to talk about where Sandbrock Ranch is actually located. There's a few things you definitely have to know about this area. Let's get to that now.
All right, so Sandbrock Ranch is definitely located more on the outskirts of the DFW metro. We're all the way up here, kind of by Prosper and the Little Elm area. Technically has an Aubrey address, but as you can see over here, the actual town of Aubrey is over here, whereas the community is definitely more on the edges of that. So this is what I consider more of that Little Elm, Prosper area. So if you're gonna be in Aubrey, this is absolutely the most convenient location you can be as far as getting further down south into the metro. That being said, you do have some challenges in this area. So right now, if we're to go from Sandbrock, we'll go Sandbrock Ranch down to downtown Dallas. It's about 42 miles. So that gives you just some context as to how big this metro area is. It's 41 miles just to get to the very north borders of the metro. And that's gonna take about 53 minutes currently at 9:24 a.m. to be able to get all the way down there. That could easily go up in time if you are leaving, you know, around that 7:30, 8 o'clock a.m. time period. So you can expect at least an hour commute if you're going downtown Dallas every day. So that is definitely not the most ideal thing. That being said, you also have access into Denton, which is about 20 miles away in about 32 minutes. So definitely a more convenient commute if you're going to be working in Denton. And the other spot that I think is worth noting is going to be Frisco, Texas, because there's a lot of employment within Frisco itself. And this area actually is not where a lot of the employment is. So I'm going to put in more of the Hall Park area, which is a little bit more of a realistic commute if you're going to be commuting for work. There's a lot of office spaces in this area, as well as kind of on the south side of San Rayburn Tollway down here in Plano. And that's saying it's going to take about 29 minutes, so about 30 minutes or so, just to get to that area in Frisco where there is a lot of employment. So you do have options in Sandbrock Ranch. I think this is a great place to live if you're going to be working in Denton or possibly working here in the north suburbs of DFW. But if you're going to be going to downtown Dallas every day, it may be a little bit of a stretch for commute time, but maybe that's okay if you're going to be more of a hybrid schedule and not having to go in every single day. So next thing that I want to make sure that we're pointing out here is that, we are on 1385 is the road that goes right here. And 1385 is basically, it's a one-lane road each way. It's kind of like a country highway in a way. Now this whole street right here, this whole area, this whole roadway has a lot of housing developments on each side. So you have like Union Park down here, you've got like Windridge and Arrowbrook, and then it gets to Sandbrock Ranch. You've got like Sutton Fields, which is technically a Salina address right over here. So you're not in the middle of nowhere. There's definitely housing developments around here, but not much commercial space. You're not going to see a bunch of shopping opportunities or places to eat along 1385. If you want to get that, you have a few options. Now, the first and most, I think, convenient option is being able to go down into 380. And around 380, you can get down here and around this area right where Winsong Ranch is, and have plenty of restaurants. You've got Torchy's Tacos, you've got Chipotle, you've got a Jersey Mike's over there, you've got a few Chinese places. You've got plenty of options for food right here. You've got a Kroger that sits right here on the north side of 380. You're also having an H-E-B, which is a grocery store that's being built right here, as well as a Walmart that's going to be put on this side. So plenty of shopping opportunities for your normal conveniences within that 15-minute drive or so from Sandbrock Ranch. The other thing worth noting is that you're only about 15 minutes away from PGA Frisco and all of the development that's going up here in the Fields development in Frisco. So having access to that is going to be your most convenient place to go. And there's going to be a lot that goes up here as far as shopping, dining, and entertainment. So that will be a huge convenience for the future. Now, the other thing that you have pretty easy access to is going to be the Gates of Prosper. I'm going to throw this in the map here so you can see where that is located. You can see it's about a 22-minute drive currently. It looks like you got some traffic right here, which is not uncommon. This little area right here definitely gets bunched up on 380 quite a bit. So that's something that you're going to have to deal with if you live up here in Sandbrock Ranch. And it's not necessarily the most fun traffic. There's several options of how you can get back to Sandbrock Ranch. For example, you can go like this Fish Trap Road. You can go Fish Trap Road this way and up here, or 380 and up to 1385. And you're going to need to be flexible in how you get back home because traffic just does get pretty brutal in this little area right here. So it takes a little strategy when you're trying to figure out how to get home if you live in Sandbrock Ranch. But that was a side note. Gates of Prosper has a ton of different shops and really nice dining, like Gloria's, for example, Fish City Grill. You have, Hobby Lobby. You've got a few different stores like TJ Maxx and things like that over there. You've got a Walmart, Texas Roadhouse, a bunch of stuff going on over there. That's about 22 minutes away. And the other thing I think worth noting is going to be downtown Salina. And Salina over the next few years is going to have a lot more than just downtown Salina to look forward to. But right now, downtown Salina is really the one thing that you go to Salina for if you don't live there. And you can see that you can actually avoid 380 altogether to be able to get up to Salina. So that's a positive. You can take back roads here and make your way into downtown Salina, which again, you have more local eateries, more local boutiques, things like that here in downtown Salina. So the location of Sandbrock Ranch, not the most convenient for commuting, but you do have access to kind of the more popular things that people are looking to be close to, which is in this Frisco, Prosper, Salina area. So we're about to get to that second house tour now, but if you're watching this and you're saying like, hey, this location, like this neighborhood looks great, but the location is definitely not ideal, you need to find something else, well, definitely reach out to me and my team, because we'll ask you a few questions, try to figure out what your lifestyle looks like, try to figure out what your budget would be, and give you some personal recommendations on different places to look here in the DFW Metro. You can reach out to us anytime. We'd be happy to help you make the move here. And with that, let's get back to this next tour.
All right, we are now outside the David Weekley Braze plan, which is a beautiful, beautiful exterior like you can see right now. This floor plan is 2,800 square foot, 4 beds, 3.5 baths, and honestly, this one's really nice. Let's go check it out. So the one thing I absolutely love about this one is the floor color. They did a really nice light luxury vinyl, which really makes it light and bright in here. And then you have the beautiful contrast with the dark gray island and the beautiful white cabinetry, beautiful pendant lighting. This is a really nice feel here. You got the eating kitchen area right here, and then a really massive living room with your 20-foot ceilings up there, if not a little bit higher. So just a really nice look here. So we've got a decent sized patio, enough to fit some furniture or a table. So something cool about this particular lot is that you're surrounded by single story homes. So you're not having any homes in the back that are gonna be peering into your lot. So if you wanted to build a pool back here or any sort of, backyard space that you're gonna hang out in a lot, that's one of my biggest pet peeves is when you have the great space, but there's a bunch of people that are able to look into your backyard. This is not that way. Your lot is a little bit elevated compared to the ones behind you, which gives you a lot more privacy, which is awesome. You do have this window right here, which a few shrubs will take care of that. You won't have to worry about people seeing in the backyard that way. And then on this side, there's no windows that peek into the backyard. So really like this space if you're thinking about putting in a pool or just making a really nice backyard to hang out in. Now you don't get the really tall ceilings, but still a really good amount of space, and love the natural lighting that pours in here. Love the marble look tile there. And they carry the dark gray cabinetry as well as the white countertop as well. And then same with the shower, you got the beautiful marble look tile and a dark gray floor tile. Got laundry room here, garage right here. Got a beautiful office right here. And your powder bath. So it opens up into a game room, tucked back here. It's actually a full bath, a bedroom, and then a really nice storage closet in here. Bedroom number 2, bedroom number 3, and another full bathroom, floor to ceiling tile. So something that my wife and I really appreciated about this floor plan in particular is that you get the really open space down here with the really tall ceilings, but a lot of times what you find in this type of floor plan is that when it opens, so when you look up to the second floor, you have it open. And so you'd have like a railing, and then you'd be able to see up into the game room. This one's actually walled off. The reason we like that is because our kids typically have a game room or a toy room up in the game room on the second level of the house. And when they're up there playing, it can get loud. And so the fact that it's walled off like this is a huge benefit to us, because it's not going to be as noisy down here if we're entertaining, or if, I'm in the office working. It's going to be a little bit quieter. So I like it when it's walled off like that. Not quite as spacious when it's open, but still I think the functionality of that is really nice. All right, so let's talk about price for this beautiful home that I'm in right now. All right, so we need to get into the next house, but first we need to talk about the amenities that you get here in Sandbrock Ranch because they're pretty incredible. Let's get to it now. So between all of the beautiful homes, all the beautiful landscaping here, the design of all the amenities, like this neighborhood just has a really elegant feel. It's hard to describe unless you're in here. You know, it just does not feel like a lot of the master plan communities. Now, is this the most amenity packed neighborhood? No, absolutely not. You're not going to have a ton of amenities like you would in a place like Sandbrock Ranch or Union Park. But what is here is really, really nice. You still have those main amenities that you're looking for. And we need to talk about everything you're getting in this beautiful neighborhood for amenities. So let's get to that now.
So the amenities at Sandbrock Ranch are absolutely beautiful and definitely have a vibe of more of like a country club feel, very high end, very elegant. And the main staple area for the amenities is called the Carriage House. The Carriage House has a great room for events, huge open space for community gatherings, just a good epicenter of the entire community. You also have a demonstration kitchen within the actual carriage house itself. So they do cooking classes and things like that. You have a beautiful fitness center. You've got workout equipment, you've got treadmills and things like that to be able to use. One of my favorite parts about it is that there's this beautiful lake right outside the carriage house. There's actually two with fountains out there as well. And they have several different patios with seating out that overlook those little lakes. Really beautiful and a great place. I imagine if I lived in that neighborhood that I would, try to take my coffee there on walks and go sit in there for a few minutes in the mornings to be able to enjoy the beauty right there. So that is definitely a perk to this. And they also have some fire pits. They've got a covered back porch for when it's really sunny out and you want to hang outside. They also have the HOA offices as well as some meeting room space within the building itself. Now the showstopper for the entire community is definitely the resort style pool. It is beautiful and it's right next to the carriage house. It's in that same facility and it overlooks those lakes that I was talking about. So absolutely a beautiful setting for a pool. And the other cool thing about Sandbrock Ranch is just the outdoor space that they have provided for all of its residents. Now the main feature, especially if you have kids, is going to be a gigantic 3-story treehouse, which is awesome. It looks really cool and it allows kids to go up on 3 different levels and just kind of hang out. It's like a big fort with slides and things to play with. So really cool there. You got several pocket parks throughout the community. You've got a lot of open space. They have an event lawn. There's a really nice dog park, which is separated for small dogs and big dogs. They've got fully stocked fishing lakes. They have over 6 miles of trails within the community. And overall, just really beautiful landscaping and mature vegetation throughout the community. Now, something else worth noting about Sandbrock Ranch is that it's actually routed to Denton ISD is ranked as a B school. So really good school district that it routes to as well. All right, so we have to get to that last tour, and this one is a beautiful, beautiful home with a lot of space within it. Let's get to that right now.
So this beautiful home that we're about to hop into right now is the Walmsley plan by David Weekley. It's 3,200 square foot, 5 beds, 4 baths, and absolutely stunning inside. Let's go check this out. Very, very nice sight line into that main living area, which we're gonna go into first. Beautiful kitchen off to the left at the huge nice island right here, white cabinetry, actually has the handles already installed. Something I really love about David Weekley is that they don't cheap out on the finishes, even on these spec homes that they have built like what we're in today. You can see the pendant lighting right here has a really high-end look, whereas a lot of other builders you're gonna see about the cheapest materials that you can find in this when you're building a spec home. You can see they have the beautiful faucet right here as well. A huge, huge sink right here. Beautiful, beautiful lighting for where the kitchen table would go right here. And obviously just the finishes that they picked out. It's what people want. They want the light and bright kitchen. They want the lighter flooring. Just really beautiful in here. And the cool thing about this is, and this makes a huge difference. Right now you can see that we're probably in like 10-foot ceilings right here. But as you go into the living area, it actually bumps up to 12-foot ceilings. And it makes a huge difference when you can have that little bit of variation in your ceiling height. It really makes us feel a little bit more open in here. Really just a nice open space. You can obviously see that the table could go right here. And then obviously plenty of space over there for furniture. They've done the extended patio on this one, so you already have a lot of patio space, which is really nice. Not the biggest backyard, but it is plenty of space to still be able to put a pool. Nice and tall ceilings here in the master bedroom with a lot of natural light. Bathroom has a gray tile, like a really light gray tile. Looks really nice. And then the floor tile in here is like a hexagon type shape. All gray tones in here. So what I like about this area is that it is technically designed to be a study, could be a great office. I also, just having little kids, I think it could be a really good toy room right off this living area right here. That would be how we would probably use it, especially because there's 5 beds. We'd probably take one of the bedrooms and make that an actual office. But the other thing that I love about this home is that you have a bedroom on the first floor that's tucked away here in the front that could act as a little guest suite. So when you have family in town, they have their own space where they have the bedroom right here and they have their own bathroom right here. So I absolutely love that flexibility if you're gonna have guests in town all the time. So we're about to get to price in a moment here, but just wanted to make a quick note that this house for 3,200 square foot has a lot of different options for how you could lay out your home. This area that I'm in right now, I think would actually be a good toy room or game room. That's typically how you see these types of places used. Could actually be a second living area if maybe you have older kids, you just want a second little space for them to hang out on. I think that works well, especially because you have all 3 bedrooms up here as well with the additional 2 downstairs. So really older kids would probably find a lot of benefit in having their own space up here. All right, so let's talk about price on this home. Now this home, pick it up, put it in Frisco, McKinney, whatever, this is gonna be well above $700,000. This one right here is actually currently priced at $625,000, ready to go. But just like all these other homes that we toured, seems like there's some room for negotiation on this property as well as the others. So I would not be surprised if you could get this under $600,000. That's a pretty great value if you ask me. So Sandbrock Ranch, obviously great value homes, elegance, beautiful neighborhood. Now, if you want to buy a home in Sandbrock Ranch or you want to find a different community for you and your family to live in, then definitely reach out to me and my team. We'd be honored to help you find the perfect place to call home here in the DFW Metro. Until next time, I'll see you later.